So, if you're thinking about booking a Reiki session with me or an intuitive coaching session, you're probably wondering what to expect, right? I get that question a lot from folks. They may have been referred to me. Most of my clients come via referrals, which is why you don't necessarily see much marketing about Reiki or about my intuitive coaching. It is my belief that the people that I am supposed to work with will be drawn to me. This is not work that I do for financial gain. It is work that I do because I know that it is a part of my purpose and my responsibility to help others heal and to support them in their growth journey in whatever way that looks like, that is in alignment with my own energy, with my own talents and abilities. And so one of the first things that I like to do with both coaching clients as well as energy healing clients is just have a conversation. All of our sessions start as a chat because part of what I am sensing and asking for guidance on intuitively or from spirit is, are we in alignment? Am I the right person to assist and support you? Sometimes I have coaching clients that come to me, and what's very clear is that I might be able to help them through this conversation by encouraging them to work with a therapist or connecting them with another practitioner, because it's not necessarily meant for me to work with every person who reaches out. And so I want to honor that and honor the people that I'm in community with by not trying to fit, a square peg into a round hole, or whatever the adage is. Maybe I twisted that up. And similarly with Reiki, my intention is asking spirit or the universe, or whatever language you would use for the divine, is this individual someone that I can help? And when I'm not feeling like I'm the person for someone, it doesn't mean that the other person has bad energy or that there's a vibe. It just may mean that there's someone else or something else that is right and true for them at this time. And so, first and foremost, I ask for guidance around whether or not I'm your person, and in the most loving way, so that whatever I do does not get in the way of what you need. My responsibility is to be a facilitator, not to construct, not to manipulate, but to facilitate, even if that means helping you to find what's next, if that's not working with me. And then as it relates to readings and Reiki, when we are, doing Reiki, what I tell people is that everyone's experience is so unique that it's really hard to tell you what to expect. From clients over the years, and I've been a practitioner now for close to 14 or 15 years, I have gotten feedback that people who have had insomnia or rest issues got the best sleep that they've ever had. Some folks experience emotional relief. So, I've had folks that have been in grief that have cried, and just been able to release grief or heaviness or unforgiveness that they've been holding in their body. I'm a true believer that a lot of our emotions, if not all of them, get sort of stuck in our body if we don't have ways or practices to release them, whether that's something like yoga or taking walks or Reiki or therapy. There's so many modalities that can help us to clear energy. And we don't always think about our thoughts and our experiences as energy or energetic experiences, but they most certainly are. I've had folks who during sessions just felt super relaxed, but they didn't really feel anything else. And as a practitioner on my end, sometimes what I feel is so beautiful that I just cry. Sometimes there are impressions that I get that give me a little breadcrumbs that I can share with the client. And sometimes there's just quiet. Every session is unique. And what I have learned is that it's my job to just be present and hold the container versus trying to create a certain outcome. I believe, and it is my intention always, 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 that whatever happens be for your highest good and that you and I be loved and protected and surrounded in love and light in the process. Similarly, with readings, I set the intention for whatever insight is needed for you and for your highest good to come through, or whatever question it is that you come in with to be answered. But I don't force the answer, because sometimes we're asking for answers that we already know the answer to. We just don't like what we know. So sometimes we want readings for validation, and I've been there and still do that. And there are times when, it's very clear that this individual is asking a question that they already know the answer to. So instead of giving the answer, Spirit may say, tell them to trust themselves. Tell them to be courageous. And that might not be what you want to hear, but I'm not going to create an answer that is opposite of what, the cards are showing or what's coming through intuitively. I believe that we all have the ability to heal ourselves or to support our own healing. I don't perceive or say that Reiki is a replacement for therapy, medical treatment, or anything else that supports your well-being. It's just another tool or modality that we get to use. Tarot and intuitive readings is another tool or modality, but we're all intuitive. I'm tapping in intentionally. I'm building this skill set intentionally, but we've all had a moment where maybe something in us told us to take a right turn, and we did. And then later we find out that there was an accident or a lot of traffic that we would have hit had we kept straight. That's your intuition. That's your inner compass helping you to navigate this thing that we call life. Intuitive coaching and readings is just a practice using a certain set of tools that allows me to help you to do the same. Because sometimes we just need a safe space to unpack some things with, to get some guidance and some clarity with. And, for those that I get to work with, it is an honor and a privilege to do that. But again, it's all about whether or not, I am the right person for you, and if this is the right time. And it's also about whether or not these are the right modalities. There may be a modality that you need that I don't have in my toolkit, but it's always a privilege to be able to connect you with someone who does. Then third, it's also about making sure that I set intentions always for your highest good. Your highest good may be that you have one session with me and you've got what you need and we don't talk again. It may be something different, but the only thing that I am concerned for is your highest good and my highest good. So our readings and our Reiki sessions are always loving in nature, because I am not inviting in anything that is not surrounded and grounded in love. But as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm someone who was raised in the Black church, and many of the things that I am drawn to, I was raised to believe or to feel as though they were wrong or something that was not godly. And I've learned over time and time again, every time I encounter something new, that I know that it's right and true for me by the way that it makes me feel. In every room I walk into, in every reading, in every Reiki session, I am surrounding myself in love and light. I'm calling on my angels to protect me as well as you. And I am listening to my intuition to know whether or not this is the right time, if I'm the right practitioner, or if there's something else that would support your highest good and mine. Should you decide to work with me now or at some other point, I would be absolutely honored. But nonetheless, I send you love and light.